welcome and opening message is no other than the Summit Director of our first Negros Water Summit, representative of the 3rd District of Negros Occidental, Congressman Dr. Jose Francisco Kiko Benitez.
Thank you. Mayong aga sa inyo tanan. Maabot maguro si Gob Kagto na eh. Pero masugod na kung okay lang sa inyo. No? Kay kagina patagahulat. And we have a lot of work to do in the next 2 days. I'd like to start off by greeting our guests who have kindly agreed to come and be a resource for the next 2 days. I'd like to start with Attorney Mia Mary Sebastian, the Department Executive Director of TPP Center. Justin Cagliernos, PDO of the TPP Center. Attorney Ipat Luna, the former Undersecretary of DENR. Cecilia Banyuta, Project Manager, OPDS, Water Supply and Sanitation Project Management Office, DILG. Ramon Aligpala, CEO, Future Water Asia. Engineer Susan Abano, Chief Policy and Program Division, NWRB. Virgilio Bombeta, Division Manager, LWUA. Engineer Rolando Santiago, DOH. Reynaldo Esguerra, Chief SRS, DOST. Jeric Angeles, DNR, FMD. Razel Sideno, QA Supervisor, SMD Inc. Maria Melanie Romero from DepEd. Erlinda Bagios, Concept Inc. Roderick Samonte, the Director of CAMSI, soon to be CAMSU of Talisay. Joanne Dulce, Project Manager of USAID. Thank you for coming. Isaias Melendez, DMA NIA. Robertino La Peña, also of NIA. Acid Areno of NIA. And Martin Roland Uy of ECO of Tanduay. So I'm sure there are others that I have missed I was not part of the list that I was given. Thank you for coming for the next 2 days. As has already been mentioned, we have tried to cluster the issues that emerged from a series of pre-summit meetings that we held late last year. And the program will move in a way that clusters these issues along 4 main axes. The first one being water supply and quality. The second one being sanitation and sewage. The third one being sustainability. And the last, perhaps the most difficult, it turns out, will be water governance. We are hoping at the end of the next 2 days that we here gathered can join forces in thinking through what might be solutions and reference points and guidelines for a proper water resource management plan for the province. And if need be, suggested ordinances and programs that the provincial office can undertake. Because as they have said, water is life. It is fundamental to human survival. But demand for this valuable resource is increasing at unprecedented levels due to population growth and development. And the water sources are increasingly under threat. The degradation of water supplies, the depletion and contamination of aquifers, the pollution of surface water sources, the denudation of forests and watersheds threatens our supply of safe drinking water. The destruction of ecosystems disrupts our access to the water cycle. Climate change also exacerbates risks of water scarcity. Changes in rainfall pattern can lead to varying degrees of water stress. Less rainfall slows down groundwater recharge, and reduces surface water flow, just as actual concreting and development as well, leading to lower reservoir levels, drought, or desertification. Heavy rainfall results in flooding that damages water infrastructure, and higher turbidity, which undermines water quality. Meanwhile, rising sea levels increases salinity of rivers and aquifers. Negros Occidental is witness to these trends. The province is rapidly urbanizing. In 2015, 61% of the 2.5 million population live in urban areas, and water infrastructure has been unable to meet the growing demand. In 2018, only 37.2% of households have a level 3 water supply. Meanwhile, the 17 operational water districts in the province reported 26.81% of non-revenue water, or losses from leaks or pilferage. High non-revenue water levels prevent water utilities from recovering their investments and generating income that should be used to improve infrastructure and expand service delivery. So we do need to get our acts together to promote water efficiency and conservation. Water supply actually is not infinite, and it is increasingly threatened by unregulated economic activity. Extraction of forest resources, conversion of forests to agricultural land, and the growth of human settlements have caused massive deforestation in the Bago watershed, the Northern Negros Natural Park, and the Mount Canlaon Natural Park, which provides ecosystem services to the surrounding cities and communities. In 2010, total forest cover in the 3 sites was just 19.2% of the total land area. Not only does deforestation affect water security, it undermines biodiversity, destroying habitats of endemic species such as the Visayan warty pig, spotted deer, the red lamb tree, and the Negros bleeding heart dove. We have to address these issues at the same time that we should prepare to mitigate the aggravating impact of climate change on water supply. Negros Occidental is the top 20th highly vulnerable province to the effects of drought and desertification, and is among the top 10 provinces that will be most adversely affected by a 1-meter sea level rise. These extremes will negatively impact the sustainability and quality of water supply in the province. We hope that the first Negros Water Summit can contemplate how to handle these challenges. Initially, this was designed to be a discussion limited to water issues in the 3rd district, which is after all the extent of my jurisdiction. However, former Congressman Kiko Benitez, who is now helping Governor Bong Lacson as Economic Development and Investment Consultant, quite rightly pointed out that the problem of water and the issues of the watershed went far beyond that of the 3rd district, and thus suggested that we open the discussion to issues that are common to all LGUs across Negros Occidental. And it was good that Governor Lacson very, very readily agreed. Indeed, the water issues in my district are not isolated. All LGUs feel the same apprehension to the growing possibility of water scarcity. And as LGUs share access to fresh water sources, we all should share the responsibility of protecting this precious resource. Already, Murcia provides bulk water supply to Bacolod, and Bago and Pulupandan share water sources. We must come together to find sustainable solutions to the water stress. Our next generation and our current development demands it. There is no short supply of innovative technologies and methods to ensure sufficient supply of safe drinking water. We should explore alternative water sources and harness water treatment technologies to address water scarcity and to help the cycle of water. We should also strengthen efforts to reverse the degradation of watersheds and protect traditional water sources. We should increase our forest cover by planting endemic tree species and conserve ecosystems by engaging communities to take part in protecting our forests. This will take the whole of society to achieve water security. An integrated approach to water resource management, where strong collaboration is key to rational development and the management of water, land, and related resources, to maximize economic benefit, but also to ensure social welfare and ecological balance for the long term. We, government authorities, the private sector, and civil society gathered here today must come together to institute critical reforms and investments to build adequate water infrastructure and ensure social and environmental protection for generations to come. Maraming salamat.